reason the thing got cut off, and I didn't notice it till literally after I did all those cutscenes. Not cutscenes, but the little tiny information. But it sets up the epilogue. Once I'm gonna do epilogue.
So Steve.
Let's do this. Oh wait, I'm not paying attention. We're out in the desert. Let's head this way. Off to leave the fire. Yo, tornadoes, let's go. Dust storm. Wait, is that a Glock? No, it's a chair. Like, wait a minute. This is really, it looks amazing, but what? The memory room. Oh, wow. The memory zone with the memory room. It's just got a generator attached to it. I wonder where it leads. Dang, what happened to this place? Stanley Parable 2. Dang. I wonder what happened to this place. I wonder why it happened. Cooking Nine's blog, the review of Stanley Parable 2. Like so many, I enjoyed my time with the original Stanley Parable. Underscores. However, disappointed I am with the sequel, where the first game teamed is dull, uninspired, and often insulting to its fan base. Rather than expand on what made the first game enjoyable, the sequel veers off into territory nobody asked for. An infinitely deep hole. Who cares? Where are the new endings? What about enjoyable bits from Stanley Parable 1? Cool. So that someone just hits on it, which is honestly true. When people literally just make a dull sequel, it is how it is. Oh, gym buttons. Gym. Stanley Parable developers, no more spin-offs, no more sequels. Stanley Parable introduced less than 2013's greatest plan to build power. I'll let this sit here for a little second, so if you guys want to read this, I want reads press. We thought that we had a vision for the series, but players would be excited, yet it turns out this could not have been further from the truth. The press release is going on preserve and artistic. Yeah, if you guys want to read that, you can. I'm kind of just skimming it. Gym buttons.
Gym.
More gym buttons.
Stanley.
What? What?
Stanley. Jim. Stanley. Stanley.
That's crazy. Ooh, what's in here? What's in the tunnel here? Reacting to that does nothing. Oh, I had to click on this. Hello again. It's nice to see you. One sec. Sorry, texting somebody will never be another Stanley Parable game. Did you read what the developer said? Preserve the integrity of the franchise? What nonsense. The Stanley Parable is not sacred. We do not need to protect it. But screw the legacy. Let's keep making Stanley Parable games until the sun explodes. Yes, but the thing is, when you do that, when I will say, I like how this game is like taking a lot of aspects where it's like ripping on games like Rocket League. Also, the game I remember what it was is called Firewatch, and it also took his whole how open world games and all that, and then it went towards what's it called um what's it called? There was Firewatch, Rocket League. There was one more game I forgot what it was. I believe there was one more, but yeah. But yeah, if you keep making sequels, you are going to just keep rinsing and repeating like Mario, you can still add different aspects to the story to make it more enjoyable, but it is just rinse repeat. Like Mario stands the test of time, anyways. But that's what it is. Or when you make what's a good example? Call of Duty. When has there been a good Call of Duty game after Black Ops 2? Black Ops 3 is also a debatable one. But give me another actual universally good Black Call of Duty game. Let's run this franchise into the ground. No, let's not do that. Don't don't be like Disney with like any of their other franchises or Red versus Blue. Perfect example. And if people hate it, the people, you won't make any money. You see, that's his problem. He was so obsessed with the people through thought of his work, but that is why there's criticism. There's constructive criticism. All criticism is good criticism at the end of the day. Yes, it could hurt that somebody, but like you please the many, not the few. It's not hard. In fact, let me show you. No. Together we're going to make a Stanley Parable 3. It's simple. All we do is change the number in the game's title screen. We really need dumb subtitle for the game. Something loud and gaudy. Go ahead, try to find some words together to make it. No! No! Stanley Parable 3. It's either me or the stapler. Curse of the office 427. Yeah, let's just do that. Oh, offline 427. A door to 427. The ghoulish 427. Curse of the fortress. Curse of the. Curse of the Moon. It's absurd. I love it. Every time you restart the game, we'll advance the number of the sequel by one, and then we'll pick a new subtitle. That's the way that Spencer change when you do this either. To do that, it'll just be the same content recycle again and again with a new title screen. No! Don't do it. Oh, wow. So, I'll come back to that. I'll come back to that. I will come back to that, but at the end of the day, okay.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was
So there's an ending here if I just close the door.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
I believe that's the ending. We'll do one more, then I will sadly have to take part, just because there's a certain thing you can do.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Okay, cool. That balloon's preventing me from getting up there right now. I'll get on that later. Let's just speed run this. Wait. Actually, I can do two things.
The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
There's two things I want to do here.
No,
said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yeah, good,
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you...
But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
Yes, there's that. There's one more I can do, then I have to go. Which I'm sad, because now it's like I gotta eat lunch. Of course I don't got time to do anything, but you know, whatever. I'll get this done and speedrun it as fast as I can. Go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No thanks.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why,
yes.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
No.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Or is there anything even in this room? Nope, not anymore.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Blue door.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Oh, wait. I took the wrong door.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from?
Me.
How did I know the game needed a third door?
You didn't know.
It's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
This is you.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again...
Oh, wait, one sec. I'm gonna have to just begin the game again here. I'm sorry, I think I'm gonna have to end the stream now. I'm bumpy. Let's go eat lunch. So, yeah, I know I will do more tomorrow, and I'm gonna be figuring out how to do more endings.